All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun white trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Hey.
What's going on, everyone? Incap24 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, we're going to talk about nickel 335 odd and the loop blitz that is out there that is really tough to block if you don't know what you're doing. Now, this is a blitz in which GutFox came up with. I think he's been running it for a few months now, and he finally released the video of it not too long ago to where he goes into great detail of how to make it work, the nuances, and I want to make sure as a content creator, I want to respect GutFox to not give away that information here on my channel, but to send you to his, right? Real simple. He came up with it. It's something that he should get the credit for. And if you want to know those nuances, go to his channel. But I am going to show the blitz today without showing you the play art or really explaining what to do, just so you can understand what you're facing and then different ways to block it. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is I get a lot of people in our Discord asking how to stop this blitz, because a lot of people are absolutely loving empty formations right now that we've taught, whether it's the gun empty tray stack, a little bit of the empty stealer, also the gun stack Y flex. I want to make sure that I give the people that are part of HuddleGG a little bit of a easier way to understand how to block it, while giving you guys some ideas to see. You can go back to your own formations and say, can I use any of these principles? Obviously, some things are going to work for certain formations, but they won't work for others. But I at least want to make this video for the HuddleGG subs to be able to watch it, but also benefit the greater good when doing this, okay? So let's go ahead. I'm going to call Sam Mike 3 Press. This is a more popular play out of the formation that people are running out of. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start off in our gun stack Y flex, and I'm just going to pick a random play. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start off by showing you kind of what the blitz looks like and what you should expect when it comes to the result. If I don't block anybody, what's going to end up happening is the player on the left-hand side is going to have this loop blitz around the corner and get into the quarterback. It's as simple as that. That player, is the way that they've designed this blitz really kind of, really intelligent, the way that they broke it down to get it to work. And something that is going to be a headache. If you haven't seen this blitz, or if you've seen it and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing to stop it, I want to make sure that I give you some simple solutions, but then I want to give you a little bit more other solutions that doesn't mean changing the way that you're playing the game, okay? So in order to stop this, the easiest way is to get a tight end to be over the top of him, okay? Now, you can see here, I've got the tight end on the right side. I'd have to flip this play, and I would have to get a tight end to be able to, in this formation, move him over here and block him. By simply doing that, you can send out 4 receivers. You got the extra player blocking, and now what you're going to see is that you've got that ability to kind of dot up, right? Now, what that does is a couple things. It takes a player out of the play. So you're not going to be able to send 5 out, which isn't the end of the world. Some people can run their offenses with 4 out, but it definitely gives the defensive advantage of only having to cover 4 people rather than 5. And then it also limits your ability to run hash mark dependent plays. What I mean by that, if you're trips tight end player and you're always putting your trips to the wide side and you're putting your tight end to the right, then what's going to end up happening is that you can't put the tight end on that side and get him blocked, right? And the same thing with bunch. Like if you want to run your bunch to the wide side, only half the time you're going to be able to get the tight end on the correct side to block the looper based upon that, right? So what I'm going to show here is I'm going to move this guy over, show you that blocking the running back is not the answer when it comes to that side, because the way this blitz is designed, you're going to have the ability to kind of suck that running back to the middle of the field a lot. And he's still not going to be able to catch that guy there. That time he did, but a lot of times that guy never gets touched and he gets to the quarterback. It's a little inconsistent, but for the most part, you can't rely on your running back alone to be able to pick that up, even if you slide, okay? So what else can we do? Now, the reason why I'm bringing this video up is because I want to talk about the formations we just broke down and kind of give a little bit of a heads up. So what we're going to do is talk about the empty tray stack here. And with the empty tray stack, what we're going to see is that you're going to be able to do a little bit of a rub. And what I mean by that is that the player here that's on the outside is wide, right? He's going to be in a spot that he's going to basically be, has to stay out wide for his loop to happen. If we just simply move the stack player in and use one of our players, one of our route combinations that has a inside release. See how this has, the guy goes inside then up the field? Because he's in a position that he's too far inside, that's going to basically rub him, and he's going to be able to hit that player, and now you're going to be able to either throw it to him or throw it to a different receiver on the right-hand side that we've taught you route combination. What I'm not talking about the play itself. What I want to talk about is the ability to slow down this looper by just making sure that you have a route that touches him. See how we touch him? As soon as we touch him, now that's going to give us the ability for the tackle to come out. And you can see that we're going to hit that player there. Or if you wait a half a second longer, 13 is going to be open depending on which player they use as a user, right? When you're attacking a cover 3 shell. So want to make sure that you understand that that is a possibility when it comes to slowing this blitz down. It's almost as simple as making sure that that guy doesn't have a clean release to the quarterback. Now we can do the same exact thing without having this guy settle. And that's important to know because there's formations out there that your receivers don't go across the field and you can hike it before they settle. So something like this, I do 2 steps, I bump them. Now you can see that again, I'm going to be able to hit that guy, get myself an easy 5-6 yards or wait for the other player. But the idea behind this is I didn't have to block him. All I had to do is make sure that the guy didn't get a clean path to the quarterback by doing this little bump thing. I hit him. Once he gets that, now 69 here has the ability to just kind of widen out. Yes, they're setting 6 players here in this instance that I'm showing here. Sending 6 because if they send 6, then it's going to be 6 on 5. There will be a guy open, but if you go ahead and make sure that you get the ball out of your hands quickly and kind of know which guy's going to come in, you're in good shape when it comes to hitting one of the other players. Okay. Now the next thing I want to show you here is we'll go into like something like empty stealer. Okay. Now you're going to see other formations to where you may not have a tight end, but you have a receiver that is able to go into a position like this is and block, right? So he's now in a position he can block. So it's one of those deals that you just want to make sure that you go ahead and understand the formations you're in and be able to do it. So in this situation, I'm just going to, I'm not even going to set a route combination. I'm just going to block it to show you. Everybody's blocked, and you're going to have the ability to kind of set up whatever route combination you wanted to in that instance. So using empty stealer, taking that player from the middle, moving him out is going to work. Okay, so these are just ways I want to make sure you understand. You can either rub your player, you can go ahead and you can block a tight end, you can move in a receiver to block them on the line of scrimmage. You just need somebody on that line of scrimmage. The last thing I'm going to show you is kind of a different method, and this is kind of the thing that I want to show people with empty stack, and it can work with other formations depending on the alignment, is if I go ahead and I set this up, right? And I go ahead and I take my bottom stack player and I move him outside, right? Now the player is wide enough that if I ID that corner, what's going to end up happening is it's going to tell number 69 that I got to get out wide because that's the guy that basically I'm telling that he's coming in as a blitzer. And that's going to help. And when I say this is very consistent, it is. I wouldn't say that it's 100% because there are times where, just the way that people move their users in different spots might take the player out of it, but it is very consistent. That 69 is going to be able to get out there to block that player. Okay. Obviously, I just went ahead and threw the ball away, but I want to show you the difference on that, right? So this is not every formation you can do this. There are formations to where that guy is in a different spot, but by IDing the outside corner, I'm going to have the ability to basically have 69 open up his stance and wait for that player, right? If it wasn't for the fact that we have an overload blitz, we have more people blitzing than what we've got blocking, I'd have all the time in the world. I could easily have hit 83 here on the left-hand side. I could have easily hit this guy coming across the middle right here. I have plenty of time to do whatever I want with this play. But the idea of this is There are several different ways to block this. And I just want to make sure you understand getting creative. Rubbing the player, blocking a tight end, blocking a wide receiver that can get over him, or simply IDing a player outside of the numbers in order to get your lineman to widen out his ability to block it. So just a quick video. Again, this is mostly for the people that were asking in the formations that we were doing for our game plans. Obviously, you know, anytime I have the ability to have a lot of reps in something, I'm going to have more expertise in it. So this isn't going to be something for every formation, but I would encourage you to try it. You know, if you're in a formation that you've got a wide out player, see if IDing the mic to the side in which the looper's coming from to the outside player, does that widen out your offense lineman? Before I go ahead and get anything, I want to make sure you know that you want to have a high awareness of your left tackle, okay, in this situation. I've tried this with a more athletic player than Bakatari, and it didn't work as well, but that guy didn't have as much awareness. The awareness is what, to me, gets the guy in the position that you want. So make sure that you have a high awareness left tackle that's got at least some agility, some speed for the ability to get him to open up his stance. But this is something that I'm having a lot of success with in Mutt, and I wanted to bring it to you and those that are, you know, basically running this empty formation or any other formation that this could work for. I appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on tomorrow's video.